Hello and welcome to the Hot+keys podcast. My name is Michael Parker. Oh, no, dang it. No, you only say Mick. Try it again. Ready?
No.
Hello, welcome to the Hot+keys podcast. We talk about pop culture and everything random in the world. My name's Mick, and I'm here joined by...
Mick?
Landon Browning.
Wil Dobratz.
And David Parker.
And Colby Chapman.
All right, guys. Today is Saturday, March 19th, 2022. What's going on, guys? What's new?
I hate you. I hate you so much.
That was really good.
I felt like that was spot on.
That was a spot on impression.
Yeah, so what's going on, guys? You guys do anything fun last night?
Yeah.
What'd you do, Will?
I went to Wicked, which is a Broadway play. So,
What about you, Landon? I'm just kidding.
okay.
Tell me more, Will.
Well, it was.
You went to Broadway?
What?
You went to Broadway?
It was a on-tour Broadway play. So it was like the national tour for it, which
So you didn't go
I didn't go to New York. No.
New York.
Unfortunately not. That would be super cool. I feel like that's on the bucket list to see a Broadway play, like in Broadway.
Expensive.
On Broadway.
That would be really cool.
It's really expensive, but it's on the bucket list for sure.
Spider-Man the
expensive is it?
musical.
I don't know. It's got to be at least $40. At
Yeah.
least.
I think to see it in Spokane's more than $40. So.
They are. They're more than $40 in Spokane.
Okay,
But-
pushing 50.
All right. Yeah, it was really good. It was a play that I knew nothing about, besides the fact that I knew it was a prequel to
Was it
The Wizard of Oz.
Is it a prequel to Oz the Great and the Powerful?
No.
So it's
Where does it fall in the Oz
after
timeline?
that?
So it's after Oz the Great and the Powerful, and it's before The Wizard of Oz. Because Oz is about Oz's first kind of journey to
Ozzing around?
yeah, to the land of the land of Oz. And Wicked takes place. The Wizard of Oz is already somebody who is established. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like, oh, there's a new wizard. It's like
How was Mila Kunis in it? Was she good?
what are you
Gosh,
talking
she
about?
Did she do a good job in the play?
What are you talking about?
Dude,
He made a really funny joke, Will.
That Will doesn't. Will
Did
probably
the show-
did you not watch the movie?
What? The Oz the Great and Powerful?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
She's in that movie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Clearly.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty self-evident. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really good. I was actually very surprised. I thought, for something as popular as it was for a while, you kind of always expect this level of like, oh yeah, it's super popular. It's going to have its flaws, but it's going to be generally good. But
Right.
no, this was really, really good. I really, really enjoyed it.
How long was it?
It got done at like 10:25.
What time did you
10:15. It
start?
started at 7:30, so it was like 2.5 hours ish.
Oh, wow.
Was
There's
it-
probably
was
an
there an
intermission
intermission?
too.
There's an intermission, so there's an hour and a half, a 15-minute intermission, and then an hour, pretty much.
Nice.
That's kind of how it went. Maybe a little less than an hour. The intermission's usually what I found with like plays. The intermission's usually a little more
It's on like the tail end, right?
yeah, it's on the tail end. So they do like most of the play, and then they have an intermission, and then they do like the final couple acts. So, well, Wicked was only split into first act and second act, but the second act was a little bit shorter.
They did
So-
an act and a half, then did the intermission, then did the last half an act.
That's what it felt like. Yeah, that's what it felt like because there was so much story in that first act, and then there was not as much story in that second act. So yeah, it was very like it puts a spin on the Wizard of Oz in a really cool way, and I would highly recommend you guys go see it. I think it's still in town.
I'm
for
going
a
to see it.
I think
this
it's going to be in town
Oh,
for
really?
most
Nice.
of the month, right?
Yeah, it's going to be in town till like March 27th or something like that.
Did the
So
show defy gravity, Will?
It did defy gravity, literally. Defying Gravity is like one of it's probably the most popular song in the
I would say so. Yeah.
yeah.
Spoilers. Now I know which one to think is the most popular.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Landon.
Now
I
Colby
really-
knows which song to hate.
I wish I could have gotten refundable tickets. I wish I would have
I
gotten.
hate it because it's the most popular. They sing it all the time.
No, it's a good song though. It was really cool. Yeah, I would say it's a very cool experience, and it makes you think of the events of the Wizard of Oz differently. And I think that's kind of what it's a really good prequel, in that it puts a new perspective on the original. And I don't know, I feel like not a lot of prequels do that. A lot of prequels are just like, oh, here's the backstory.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's nice, but I feel like good prequels really change your perspective on what you already watched, which is kind of.
But Anakin's tragedy.
I hate you.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can argue that the prequels were good prequels.
Bless you, Landon.
Dude, Landon's over here dying.
We got some sick people on the podcast.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
Michael and I are next.
I'm fine. I'm not sick.
David's the only one safe because he's behind a computer screen.
Your eye is
For
leaking.
now.
Ew.
That's disgusting.
Wicked makes me think
Discharging.
of doing theater, because I did a lot of theater from like 2011 to 2014, and almost everyone I did theater with just would constantly talk about Wicked. Like it was like their favorite thing, and it was just constantly talked about, and I hadn't seen it or didn't know much about it. So when I think of Wicked, it reminds me of me doing theater and just everybody always talking about how great Wicked is.
Yeah, it's
it has an interesting following, I guess.
Yeah, and it kind of, I'm glad I wasn't exposed to it much because I think it would have ruined the experience for me. Because I'm like that, where it's like if it's people are talking about it, it's super annoying. It'll impact my enjoyment of it. But actually, I really enjoyed, because I knew it was really what high regarded, but nobody was like, "Oh my gosh, you have to see Wicked! You have to see Wicked!" all the time for me. So it was really a fun experience, and I would highly recommend it. So go see it if you can.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
Wicked makes me think of our first night in Cincinnati. Was it?
Oh yeah.
And we were walking by like their performing arts center, and like the doors just open. It was just like a floodgate of like people walking out talking about it.
Yeah, everyone in like
on tour.
It was really cold, but there were tons of people in low cut dresses, and they just seemed really cold.
Yeah, it was December.
Yeah, it was
Ohio.
Yeah, there was so
I was
many
weird. It was like, what is going on?
And it was we were like, why are all these people out like this? And then we got to the block that had the theater, and then we understood.
Yeah. So
what's
Cool.
the next
Glad you
topic,
enjoyed the
Colby?
Yeah,
I don't know. You didn't send me the topic list.
Well, that's because I sent it to Mick.
the real host of the show.
All right,
You
Michael,
fraud.
take us away.
All right,
Speaking
I'll
of
send the
Broadway
topics
plays,
to Colby, who already started out of order. But you know, that's what we're about here at Hot+keys is we do things out of order.
Yep.
You guys been watching a lot of basketball?
Well, you guys just finished watching a basketball game that was
Yeah,
bad for a
number
couple
one-
of you guys.
Baylor,
unfortunately.
defending champions, just went down to an 8 seed North
Yeah,
Carolina.
in the
Yeah.
second round.
Unfortunately, but you know what? It's okay because it doesn't matter that much. You know,
Because it's basketball.
well, because it's just a stupid bracket.
Mick's like, I hate basketball.
No, but I mean, we do it for fun. And
Is Gonzaga still in?
yes,
Yeah,
Gonzaga
they
is
played
still
at
in.
night.
They played a
Are
night.
they seed 2?
Nope, they're one
They're
seed.
seed number 1 overall.
there.
There's 4 1 seeds.
And they're the
And they're
number
doesn't
one
make
number
any
one
sense.
seed, right?
Yeah, they're number
Well,
1 overall.
So the reason there's 4 1 seeds is there's 16 seeds for every
Quadrant.
Quadrant, yeah. I was gonna say
There's
division,
64
but
teams.
because
There's
It's
east,
first
west,
Then you fall into the middle.
south. There's east, west, midwest, and south.
yeah.
Who do you think that they'll lose to in the final?
I'm hoping Arizona.
It's either going to be Arizona or it's going to be Villanova. One of those
They
two.
will lose
No.
to Texas Tech in the Elite Eight.
No.
Wow, that's
What's
going to
happen, Colby?
They're going to win. It's our year.
You didn't even believe yourself when you said
For
that.
the 8th year in a row, Colby has said that it's Gonzaga's year.
I can't remember who I have them beating in the final.
You've picked them though for every year you've ever made a bracket, right?
Not every year, but recently,
Almost
like
every
the last like 4.
I feel like the year you don't pick them is the year they win.
You're just
So
trying
this
to get
is
me to
your
vote
fault, Colby.
Gonzaga.
Colby, this
No,
is
it's
your
not.
fault.
You're literally they hate you. They hate
They
you.
don't hate me.
They're like
I bet
that
if you ask
stupid
what's his name,
kid
Timmy,
keeps
like,
picking us
I
to
hate
win.
that Colby Chapman.
No, I have them beating Tennessee in a defensive game.
Tennessee's a 3rd seed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh.
Not really.
Do you guys make like my decisions are very uninformed. I do very little research with my bracket, but it's not just totally random. Do you guys do any type of like research when you make your picks, or do you have
I do a bit.
like
I
good
like
understanding
halfway
about how
follow
NCAA
college
basketball even
throughout
works?
the season.
I pick it a lot based on the logo of the team. I think they're cool. Like that's why I pick Kansas to win most years because I really like.
I was going to say you picked Kansas last year also.
I like the bird. That's all.
Wow, dude. Okay.
And I always fall for UConn. I always pick UConn to win a couple of games because they have like that Husky in the front. They always lose in the first round. Like,
did they win
damn
this
it.
year or did they lose this year?
No, they lost.
They lost.
Yeah.
They always
They
do.
lost.
I picked the UConn women's team in my women's bracket.
Oh,
What's a
cool.
women's bracket?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I have to respect
Yeah,
women. And,
I'm kidding. I'm
did you
kidding.
know that 40% of athletes are female and they only get less than 10% of media coverage, Will?
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Yeah, it is.
If only they were, better at playing.
I'm pretty
They
sure
give
we
you
have
a
evidence
recognition,
of
you know?
Landon saying bad things about women's sports on this show in past episodes, but
No,
I don't know
never.
exactly which episode.
Never.
Yeah, but
I'm sure somebody
like
will find
all
it.
jokes aside,
No.
Landon's
No.
canceled.
Stop. When I run for office.
I'm not voting for you.
What would be your platform, dude? What would be your platform?
World peace.
He's like those Kansas bird logo.
Yeah.
The Landon Browning party with like the Kansas bird instead of
What
like
would
the
Landon's
donkey or the
platform be?
buffalo.
Like what's the most important issue for you if you're trying to become commander in chief?
Empathy. I run on a platform.
It's
of
money.
love. I run on a platform of love and empathy.
Love to
That's
who?
not a
No.
real platform.
No, it is a real platform. Damn it.
The birds?
Landon, just like every other politician, will run on lies.
Oh man.
Snopes is going to create a Landon Browning meter. See how many how many
What?
unfulfilled promises he has
Yeah.
kept, and it's like all of them.
Landon, what position do you run for?
Commander in chief.
Yeah. President.
Okay. Okay.
Why wouldn't Landon run for commander in chief?
Why would he?
Why wouldn't
I'm the
he?
man for the job.
No, you're not.
I mean, you were born in the U.S.
Yeah.
So you're good.
and
You look
just
like
have to
you're over
wait,
45 or whatever that requirement is.
an execution 2 weeks in a row.
I'm just kidding, Landon. You look like a young
Landon gets into the office and you have like all these people. They're like, we have to stop electing 80-year-olds.
Landon's like,
I'm really
40.
31. Good times.
Yeah, good times.
Vote for President Browning.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Who's your running mate? Is it Colby? Browning
No,
Chapman?
absolutely not. No, I probably find someone with more culture than Colby.
Mike
I'm
Pence.
cultured.
Browning and Pence.
The joke there is that Will thinks Pence has more culture than Colby does.
It's not true. It's not true.
I probably run with who's some like Jake from State Farm. He'll be my running mate.
Which one?
The original or the
No,
new?
the new one.
The
new one.
refurbished.
The new one.
Rebranded.
Rebranded.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Not refurbished. My bad.
Could you just do the entire State Farm marketing team? So, like, you have Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Landon's like,
State
vote for me
Farm.
to get the Patrick
The
Price.
opponent, though, has the progressive marketing team with Flo.
Flo.
Yeah, you're gonna lose.
I would tear Flo apart in an interview, like in a debate. Like,
No, you wouldn't. She's loaded with facts.
Yeah. What does Browning know? What can Browning
Is
do
the-
for you?
Is the Geico Gecko like an independent
He's third party.
He's moderating
He's not even a fringe
debate.
libertarian party ticket.
Don't ask what Browning can do for you. Ask what you can do for Browning.
Yeah. I want you guys to make me a very rich man. Most powerful man in the world.
You'd be a terrible leader.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like you could rally the troops pretty well in case
I
of
feel
a
like
war.
if Landon,
Like you can give
In case
one
of
of
a
your
war?
speeches.
What's Landon's experience with running a war?
Civ.
Civ, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Landon was on
Landon
the front
loses
lines
in
in the
Civ
Civil
games.
War.
he could pull. He could
I've been on the front line.
You pull the Lord for quad like some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
lead. Like I would lead
No,
the army.
Landon's like
be on the front
we've been
lines.
investing too much in the Air Force, the Army, the Marines, the Navy. We need a new force. We need the Catholicism army.
Yeah.
Just the army
Armored
of
crabs,
monks
armored crabs.
and missionaries. We
A
will
war
convert the
beast.
world.
They're like AT-ATs, but they're crabs.
Yeah.
Like, Yeah, I feel like if Landon becomes president,
It
I
becomes a
leave the country.
theocracy at that point.
I feel like I leave the country and I probably move to Japan.
Yeah, I want to move to Japan too.
Oh, really?
So is anybody moving to Japan? Michael, are you moving to Japan?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Colby, are you moving to Japan?
Not unless Landon becomes president.
Lane, are you moving to Japan?
No, unless I don't become president.
I'm not moving to Japan. Dave, are you moving to Japan?
I'm moving to Japan.
I'm so jealous.
I'm
Dave got a position at Sony.
Yep. I put all the controllers together, but just the right analog stick portion. So I just pop it in, and then I grab the next one and pop it in. I hand it to the next guy, and he puts in the left analog stick.
So you're working the assembly line.
Yeah. It's 18 hours a day. I'm
Even
going
the
from
factory in Japan.
Yeah. No, my wife got stationed in Japan, so we're gonna move there.
You guys are going to war?
July. No.
Active duty?
Well, she's active duty. I'm obviously not. But she got stationed in Japan, and we're going.
Thank God. I would hate to lose you.
I'm at my prime, Colby, to serve this country. Look at
Protect
me.
and serve, Dave.
Dave whipped into shape so fast.
I'm proud with you. It's just like Dave.
The Parkers.
I'm actually moving back to where Michael and I used to live when we were little kids. So Michael and I used to live in Okinawa, Japan, which is a smaller island south of the mainland, because my dad was stationed there when he was in the Air Force. So we lived there for 2 years when we were little kids, and it's really weird because I'll be going back like 22 years later.
You're going home.
That's actually like really cool. Have you been back since?
No, I haven't. I've always wanted to go back.
The nostalgia
Yeah. So
and hit you.
Yeah. I was looking at maps and stuff, so I found like all of the old places we used to go, our old apartment, our old house, places we'd go shopping, places we'd go. I was going to say our school, but we were homeschooled, so it was just my apartment.
I mean, you can view your apartment and be like,
Is,
school.
Is our old church still there?
Yes. That's still there too.
I mean, Japan is a
whole
pretty
crabs.
secular place.
Landon's crabs took over.
They took the island.
They're not a Christian nation anymore. They're a
Dave wasn't there to
Catholic.
stone them.
I'm going back to change the ways, to bring back the old religion.
That's why you guys left. You fled religious
We
persecution.
fled
right?
the crabs. Yeah.
Now you're coming back to preach the good word.
But we'll be going in July. So when are you guys gonna come to Japan?
Oh,
'Cause
never.
some of
I
you
feel like-
have really
I feel
wanted to
like
go
next
to
year.
Japan for a long time.
I want to go to Japan. I think it'd be so pretty.
I think, yeah,
You're so pretty.
Thanks.
Japan is definitely one of the places I want to visit in my life.
Are you guys living on base?
We will probably live on base eventually. We probably won't live on base at first because there's usually a waiting list.
Try to get the old apartment.
Yeah,
That purple building.
yeah. With the
We should go.
bell lady.
We should go in like August.
This year?
No, Dave's not gonna. Oh wait, no, he is gonna be there this year. No, let's go August next year, 2023. What
Okay.
do you guys think?
Sure.
2-week trip?
Yeah, wait, August 2023?
Do you have plans?
Yeah. Well, I was like, oh, I have.
That's when he's going to New York to see the real Broadway play.
No. I can do August probably.
It's gonna be hot.
How much is a flight? to Japan?
August is the really hot part of the year
It's
right,
humid
in Japan
there too.
So I think we should do January 2023.
That's when it's gonna be cold.
I'm just kidding.
It's
yeah.
not that cold.
It's also busy season.
It's like really far south.
That's when it's gonna be cold.
Yeah, no. We should probably do summer
The
next
weather
year.
there is nice, like all year round. It's kind of like Hawaii,
Oh.
but a little more humid.
You've lived both places. Are they comparable? Like not like culture wise, but like.
Well, some of the culture is very similar because a lot of Hawaii has like Japanese roots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because of Pearl Harbor.
No.
Can we cut that out? Can we cut that out? Please?
We'll just gloss over that.
Yeah.
What
Also,
were
or
we,
what?
what were we saying?
Congratulations, Dave. On
Japan, really cool.
We hope.
They've,
So you guys
they've,
are-
they've
you guys-
created some cool things.
Dave, don't
The
become
PlayStation.
don't become a total like weeb. Don't do it.
What? No, If
we have too many of those.
Will's like, it's not as fun as it looks.
Yeah, it's terrible. I'm dying on the inside constantly.
if oh my goodness.
What do I say to that?
Yeah, you just move on. You pretend like Michael made a bad joke, and you just move on.
That was a cry for help.
And we're just gonna shut it down.
Yeah.
If I didn't already become a weeb after previously living there, I don't think I will.
That was a vulnerable age to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I lived there. I moved there when I was 6, and I left when I was 8. So, like, I mean, it had its influences, but you know, I'm not like Will levels of weeb.
Broken.
And I'll be moving there when I'm 29 now.
man.
So, you know,
How long are you guys gonna live there? Forever?
probably at least 2 years would be my guess. If it's like other type of regular stations for the Air Force.
You should.
So is she done with her residency then, or is she continuing it there?
It's like she has like a certain type of medical license that she gets to do things over there. So, she kind of will be continuing stuff but she'll be active duty in the Air Force instead of working off base.
Okay.
So will she just still be doing medical stuff all day, or is she doing other? Okay, very.
Yeah, I don't really know how that stuff works. But
Yeah.
Clearly.
yeah, that's cool.
Are you sad you're leaving Vegas though? Like,
I guess so. I mean, like only being here for a year is kind of a bummer, but we so far have got to do a lot that we liked here. We have a couple more months to do a few more things. Being off the continental U.S. though is kind of a pain for certain kind of things. The time difference is going to be kind of a hassle with talking with friends and stuff. So there's that.
I mean, I probably just won't talk to you. I mean, I don't know what you guys were thinking.
Well, outside of the trip, I mean,
yeah, I mean, we'll probably remove you. I mean, we'll probably start a new Discord server without you. I'll be like American Putt
Americans
members.
only.
Yeah,
American flags besides every single channel and name. Like,
we'll have one specific one for like talking with Dave. Like that's the only channel you'll be
we'll
part
quarantine Dave to the.
No.
And then will you be able to do the podcast? Probably not as often, right? Like it'll probably be tougher to.
We'll see. We'll have to run some tests to see how well it works. I mean, as long as
there's a time zone like that we can find, like a
yeah,
like a universal one, maybe.
We started around 11 today. What time would it be there now?
It would be.
You don't have to do the math, dude. You have Google.
Late.
be 3 a.m. right?
Night. Yeah. But it would be the next day. So we probably just have to shift a little bit from Spokane.
Well, like if we do hours at night,
in the evening, if we do it at night,
for one.
if we do it at night,
if you do it at night, you can do it the next day in the morning.
Will and I are over here trying to be rational, and we're just getting talked over.
Yeah,
By a bunch of
the needs of
morons.
the needs of the few.
Landon's like, oh, let me lean in as close as I can to the mic now so that nobody else can talk.
No, we can figure it out if
Dude, Colby
if it's
already
nice.
figured it out. We already figured it out. Like,
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you.
What'd you figure out?
Oh, well, maybe if you listen. Jeez.
I was talking to Landon.
louder than everybody
we
else.
couldn't tell.
Practically, an easy way to think about it is it's 7 hours behind Spokane time.
-8.
But it's the next day. So if Spokane does it at 7 p.m., then it would be like I could do it at 12 p.m. my time. So
yeah, that's perfect then.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. We will probably be able to
I
make
can't
it
do
work.
late day
We can
podcast.
do it on
Yeah, I
Friday
can't do
nights,
it.
and then Dave can do it on Saturday evenings, or we can do it on Saturday evenings, and Dave can do it on Sunday evenings.
I don't know.
Or Sunday
We have to be on the same
Mornings.
day to record.
Yeah, otherwise we'll never get
Universal
the
time-
Yeah,
time
wait a
right.
minute.
Why
What
we
day do we
universal
say?
time?
What day do we?
Yeah.
Mick's like, it's March the 19th, and I'm like, it's actually March the 20th.
This is why we need a universal time.
No, there is a universal time.
Dude,
Will,
we've
hey, you know what? There is a universal time. If you want to use it, go ahead and use it. No one is stopping you. But you know what?
I'll do
It's
it with
not that
Yeah.
helpful for most things.
It's always
Stop.
our entire group chat is
You're
going
being
to start using
dramatic.
universal time, except Dave.
Then
Universal
you'll be the odd
time.
one out.
If you've ever moved from one time zone to another, you will appreciate that there are
we all
different
have
time
plenty of
zones
times.
for multiple
exactly.
places.
I've never completely lived in the Pacific like
Ever. Nope. Yeah.
standard time ever in my whole life. Never.
So-
never haven't done that.
I think we know a little bit more about time than you do, Gene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like since we experience constant time, no matter no changes, that is just a better argument for universal
There
time.
has been one constant in Will and I's life. It's time.
Do you have like an actual good argument for universal time, Will?
Dude, he's giving you like
Have you been listening?
not to
Dave?
listen. You
Have you
choose not-
Have you been listening?
I don't think
I'm going to waste my time arguing with you about universal time
I feel
anymore,
like
Dave.
inventing time zone.
Yeah, he's wasting
Just
his
based on our
universal
last
time.
conversation about, what time would it be if it was in Japan and blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
It's 7 hours, but it's tomorrow for
Dave
you.
like trying to do the math in his head. He's
Yeah.
like, oh gosh,
Dave's like plus 24 hours minus 7.
16 plus 8.
But that's important to do, right? If
No, I don't.
No,
If-
it's
okay,
not.
okay,
We can
okay,
all
okay.
be 8 o'clock everywhere.
But okay, here's the argument though.
tomorrow.
You want the argument? Like, okay, yes, if we have universal time, then you can say yes. We know it's 8 a.m. for me and 8 a.m. for you. But 8 a.m. now for me in Japan doesn't mean I'm getting up. 8 a.m. might mean I am fast asleep because the sun doesn't come up for like hours and hours and hours.
Exactly. Listen, people can go to in the modern era, people can go to bed. Like people
It's
aren't
defying
always
God.
getting up at 8
Time
a.m.
zones
People are going to
defying
bed
God.
sometimes at 8 a.m.
What if you work nights?
Yeah, what if you work nights?
Most of society though doesn't.
No,
like
Where are the numbers?
Yeah.
Where are the
so
statistics
are
back
you
that
ignoring
up?
the minority for the majority, Dave? Are you doing that?
Will,
Okay,
if there
so
was
Dave's
universal
off the
time,
podcast then.
your time would not be the one that follows your current time. You would have
That's
to
fine.
change your time.
Not true.
fine.
Not
That's
true.
fine.
and you would not. No, you would not be
not
okay
if-
with
not
that
if
because
us
then you have to
Americans
5 a.m.
develop.
and I'm
Introduce the
fine with
idea.
that because my 5 a.m. is awesome.
I'm saying, okay, Will, I want you to start using universal time for everything.
measurement.
Time is made up anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That
yeah.
is true.
Yeah.
Right, Dave?
I mean,
You know what,
everything is
Dave?
made up. Like,
It's okay.
Man invented time zones from their own sinful desires.
Exactly.
oh my gosh.
The sun.
I feel like we're following God.
To defy God. Like, when
We're following God more if we have universal
Yes.
time. We're following God more
The
if we have
Mayan
universal
calendar ended years ago. We are freestyling right now. We can do whatever we want. We're bound by no rules. So
I hate
anyway, Dave's
universal
moving to
time
Japan.
arguments so much.
Because it makes sense.
No.
Japan has a lot of influence.
Hey guys, what time is it? It's 1.
One everywhere.
Speaking of Japan, Will, you are a big fan of Japanese game Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I'm surprised you knew it was Japanese.
Yeah, I googled it before I said that.
Okay.
I thought so, but I wanted to make sure before I embarrassed myself.
So, so Super Smash Brothers is something I play quite a bit, and I've always been for a couple of years now really interested in watching tournaments. I love seeing like the top players compete and being able to compete at a very high level, and I think it's really fun to see them and root for my favorite ones. But yeah, Super Smash Brothers.
So, you gonna do any tournaments yourself then? Or just
Yeah,
gonna
so I
continue
actually signed up for my first tournament. So I'm going to a tournament on April
What's it
2nd it's called Daddy's Den 9. It's a high school friend from Colby is the tournament organizer.
Yeah, this kid that I know, I'm close friends with him and his family.
Yeah, so he's organizing it, and I don't know him personally, just through mutuals. And I'm going to be competing in my first tournament there.
Cool.
And it's going to be really fun. I'm probably going to lose both of my matches, but that's okay.
Is it a
Because
double elimination? Or
it's double elimination.
Which,
and then there's also a redemption bracket sometimes.
is this on Melee?
It's on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So the new
this
one. Yeah. I've decided that my main character is going to be Zero Suit Samus.
Oh, dude.
Should you be telling us? Like, what if someone
Yeah,
finds
come on,
out
man.
and then they're like, oh,
Yeah,
I
dude.
gotta.
We're gonna leak this.
Bleep that, bleep that. No, just-
they really
just
need
bleep it.
matchup experience against a guy who's never played a tournament in his life. But no, so yeah, decided my main character I'll be using is Zero Suit Samus, which is really exciting.
Feel the
'cause-
most comfortable with her.
Yeah, she's
Not
very
villager?
flexible and can be like she can camp you out and just like,
Oh, can't
but
do that.
she can also be super
does that
aggressive if
mean?
you want to. So
I
like you
want-
could just sit at the
what?
side of the stage and just attack, and it's really hard to like attack her, if that makes sense, because she could just sit and throw out hitboxes and you can't really touch her.
I understand, Will.
Why? I don't understand why you guys are laughing.
Will,
Not at all.
like, for the sake of the podcast with Mick and Landon, you probably just should have said some other character, and then after the fact, then said it was Zero Suit Samus and not Villager or Duck Hunt.
So I'm playing
Dog or
Mario.
something.
Oh yeah,
So anyway, but yeah,
Mamma Mia.
but
That mustache.
okay. All right, fine, whatever. All right, so I'm going to the tournament in April 2nd, but I'm also going to another one 2 weeks later.
Where's the tournament at?
It's in California.
What?
The second
Yeah.
one is in California.
The second one's in California.
Where's the first
Not
one?
Daddy's Den 9.
Spokane? Daddy's Den 9 is in Spokane. But
Like, where's it being held?
I can't remember. It's somewhere.
I don't know.
It's like
Chuck E. Cheese.
They rent a place out. I don't think it's.
they rent a place out. It's like some convention center or something like that. It's not like the big convention center we have. It's like a smaller one.
I
but-
had like 6 friends in high school that were like big time into Smash Bros tournaments, and
Mhm.
I think one of them like won first place like every time he would go.
That's
So
crazy.
I'm curious if
That was probably the original Daddy's Den.
I'm curious if
That was
if
so
he'll be
long
there
ago.
because he
You might, yeah. Who knows?
yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know. Ultimate handle's way different than Melee, right, Will? So,
Yeah, they're very different. So who knows? I mean, he could have picked up. Like, there are plenty of players who play both. So
I'm sure he's still playing.
yeah, but yeah, I'm super excited for both of them because the one in California is one of the biggest tournaments of all time. It has like
What city is it in?
4,400 attendees.
it's probably
it's in
San Jose or something.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in San Jose.
It's a 4,000 person bracket.
Yeah,
San Jose would be
kind
cool.
of.
I've
So
not been to-
4,000 total attendees. That includes
All right,
Melee and
let's
Ultimate.
let's
That's probably
let's
more
make
like
a bracket for that, Landon.
2,000-ish. 2,000 bracket. So it's kind of crazy. There will
I've
be.
got Will winning it
Yeah,
all.
I mean,
Colby's gonna pick Will.
I mean, it whittles down pretty
Duh.
fast, though, right? So if you have 2,000 people, it goes to 1,000, then
Oh, yeah.
500,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
250. Like it goes really fast.
Yeah, you're only gonna
like,
have you're only gonna have a couple more rounds.
rounds.
How
Yeah.
long is the tournament supposed to be?
So Friday, Saturday,
8
Sunday.
days.
So because it's multiple games, it's go all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. So I'm really excited.
So for
Are you
those of
signed
us
up
who
for just like single or do you
I'm-
do team stuff?
I would do teams, but I have nobody to team with. So
Oh,
Are you traveling down there alone?
Yeah.
Have you done that before?
no.
if I was
That's gonna be
better,
really
Will,
exciting.
I would team up with you.
Oh,
But I'm not good enough.
thanks. I appreciate that.
For those of us who don't understand like how the tournament itself works, the matches, are they like timed or is it stock?
So
What are
it's
the
3
rules?
stocks, 7 minutes. So
Oh man.
no items. So that's kind of the
Oh, I'm out.
rule set for competitive play.
No Pokeballs. How am I supposed to win?
If it goes to time, so it's whoever has the most stocks. If you have the same stocks and goes to time, it's whoever has the least amount of percent.
Stocks are lives, right?
Stocks are lives, yeah.
Okay.
So
I know nothing about Smash Bros. I'm really bad, so I don't play.
yeah, it's kind of a nice in between where 7 minutes is a good like fast paced match, and it's best of 3 up until like top 128 maybe, or maybe
Then it's a
top
best of
64.
7 series.
Then it's a best of 5.
Okay.
So first to win 3 games after either 128 or 64, one of those two.
Okay.
Do you bring your own controller or like
You
do
do,
they
yes.
supply you? Do they have to
bring
like
your own
inspect
controller.
them though to be like this has a turbo button on it or
Yeah, there's some illegal controllers that they have to kind
You
of
gonna sneak one in?
no.
You bring 2 controllers, right? You bring a backup, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, absolutely, because controllers
in
break
case
all the
there-
time.
yeah, in case there's
doing
somebody
that?
like Jordan there was
Like
just
just like
GameCube
broken
racing.
the
controller?
monitor.
They
GameCube
bring up a
controller.
backup
Yeah.
car.
I'm bringing a GameCube controller, so
2 of them.
2 of them.
Nice.
Nice. Do you have anything else? Like, are you gonna have time to do anything else while you're in San Jose?
We'll see. I don't
would
know
you-
if I
why
want
would
to
you
do
wanna
anything
do
else because there's going to be so many people at the event, and I want to try to get to meet some of the top players. Like all the top players in Melee will be there, which
That'd
I'm
be
a huge fan of. Like,
Is a Wombo Combo going to be there?
who's Wombo Combo?
You don't know?
The announcer?
I mean, like
The
not
announcer?
all the top
I mean,
players are gonna be.
Maybe he might actually be there. He's been commentating for a long time, so he might actually be there.
I like how Will says don't become a weeb, Dave, but then he's talking about like doing these Smash Bros tournament, and then Michael's like mentioning this obscure guy that we don't know about. Like, why am I the one that people are
The
worried
names
about
getting
becoming
thrown
a
around
weeb?
here. We got Wombo Combo.
Well, I didn't know if
Daddy's
Daddy's talking
Den
about
9.
the player or who the person who did the Wombo
You've never seen that
Combo,
video?
or
No.
like the really famous like Wombo Combo, Happy Feet.
Combo, happy.
Oh, where you at?
You guys
Where
never seen it?
I've seen it. I've
I
seen it.
have
fun.
not. No.
Yeah.
I didn't look it up.
I'm not
on my-
cultured
I think it
into
was
Smash
shown to
Bros.
me by one of the.
Sure, it was Landon.
I didn't look it up.
Landon's trying to distance himself from the
he's trying to distance himself from the Wombo Combo video. Well, I didn't search it out.
That's really
it's
cool.
just
So when's your San Jose tournament? When is that one?
It's April 15th through 17th. So
Is it televised or
yeah, it's on
YouTube?
It'll be on Twitch.
ESPN
So I
too.
might actually be on stream if I get lucky enough, because I might play. I mean, the best players usually get first round buys,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes if there's too many best players, they don't.
So are you placed yet, or how does
No,
that
so registration hasn't even closed yet.
Okay.
So
So there's still
I will
time
be
for the rest
placed
of us
and
to join.
seated. Yeah, you guys can join. You'll be placed and seated.
How do you get
How do you
seated?
get
Is there
seated?
like a how do they seed?
Well, they look at your previous like tournament history.
So if you have none, then you're just
If you have none, you're like the very bottom.
Will goes in 16.
Which, if you're at the very bottom, you play the very top first round.
Dude,
So,
let me at him. Let me at
so it's possible I might like, play somebody.
Dude, I'll bowling ball him, man.
Chop that tree.
Dude, they won't know what's coming, dude.
I'll ride that rocket.
I would watch Landon lose so fast in a Smash Bros tournament.
But I'll definitely be on stream for the Spokane one for sure.
Okay.
So
You have to
They'll
let us
probably
know
stream
like,
every-
when that is
Yeah.
actually happening, because it'd be fun to
Yeah.
watch.
Are there
just
like
don't have too high expectations.
you can go in
'cause it's
person,
my first
Nick.
tournament, and-
You can go in
yeah,
person.
you can. Yeah,
and
you can
cheer Will on.
You can cheer me on.
You could just be yelling Yombo Combo and wait, Wombo.
Wombo,
Like,
Wombo.
what's the dress code? You have to like not shower for a week. And, like, you're like like a shirt and pajama.
Crop tops only.
I'm sorry.
Will looks so sad.
Well, I'm not even sad. I'm just kind of like, all right, you're kind of just. I'm just dunking on like
I'm
a
just-
stereotype. Like, go ahead, like Mr. I shouldn't be canceled, Landon. Like,
I'm just
Landon
messing with
loves his stereotype.
You can make fun of nerds though, Will. Don't you know? Like they're not a
yeah, it's
protected
socially
class.
acceptable. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not protected.
Yeah.
Oh, when Landon becomes president,
pull this
I'm
up.
moving.
The nerds are fair game.
Yeah,
that's cool though. Yeah, it'd be
I'm
fun
super
to
excited.
watch you.
That would, yeah. That would,
Fun
I'm
to
super
watch you
excited.
destroy.
I'm gonna get destroyed.
It'll
I'm
still
getting
be fun, though.
For lack of a
Like,
better term, I'm gonna get my ass beat.
I
Like,
think-
I'm not even
are
joking.
you
It's gonna
more
be
excited?
terrible.
Are you more excited to play in the tournament or
Mick's
just
like,
to,
I get to watch
be down in that
Samus's.
environment? And
So
in
I'm
the Bay
excited.
Area?
I'm excited to play in the tournament, but I know I'm gonna lose really early.
what if you don't? Oh.
I'd be very surprised.
What if like
I
next
think
thing you know
you'll
you're
do
like in
good.
like the final 32 or something?
I think
Will's like, how did I
who's
get
this
here?
new guy?
I'm really excited to be
I bet they
like
make a movie after
because
you.
there's there's
Smash, bro.
there's setups where people that are either eliminated or like they can play games that you just get to play, like, oh, you want to just play, like they have setups for what they're called friendlies where you just like play them
Right.
and you get experience. So especially for the one in California, I'm gonna get so much like play time in because hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit better.
You should hide your face the whole time.
Yeah, you should wear that mask that Kanye West wore to
Be
the Super Bowl.
anonymous. Be like the Stig.
Well, I mean, there'll probably be masks required, but I don't know if I want to wear that mask.
No, I mean like
Like a face mask.
a
You need to become an icon.
like vigilante.
Oh, like vigilante.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to build a persona for you.
Persona!
I hate that joke.
It's not even a joke. It's just like a bad quote. Like, the word comes
Yeah,
up,
I
and then
know.
Landon and I are like,
I know, he ruined the word. Like you can't. I go
Was
out
the
of my
word
way to
ever, like-
not use it in a sentence.
Who you don't? I don't feel like you're using that word that often.
Not often, but when it comes up.
Colby's like, I use it all the time. It's my persona.
persona.
Like, yeah, you have to become like a character there. Like, you have to become like, who's this guy? Like, you have like a full like.
Otherwise, you're just another like
James
lanky
Smith.
dude in a hoodie, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of want to just be another dude in lanky.
No, you have to. You have to,
No, you have to
distinguish
stand
yourself.
out.
Yeah.
I have to.
You should,
I have
you
to
should
make a
have fun.
statement.
Like
yeah.
no, you should have fun though. Like with like I don't know. Like go there and just kind of like do things that
You wouldn't.
yeah, like that you wouldn't normally do. Like nothing like crazy, but
like,
like
scream every single time I die.
Lots of bros and lots of smashing.
Okay, dude.
Nick and Colby can make an outfit for you.
Slogo.
Yeah.
Well, I think
2024.
Oliver might like create a big giant cutout of my head and bring it and like wave it in the air.
I already
or
have
something
one.
like that. Oh, really?
No.
What do you use it for?
Nothing.
it's just in his
Cut that.
living room. Yeah. So cool. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
I'm excited to hear more about it as it
sleep.
gets closer.
Yeah, it's I'll know for sure. Like I think the bracket might actually publish a week in advance for the California one.
Okay.
So I'll know exactly who I'm playing round one, and I'll be able to see.
Oh, you can watch some film.
I can watch some film about who I might play. That's what
He's got
Deflate your controller.
Who's your coach?
Yeah, myself.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
I'll
I wish
coach
I had
you.
a coach. That'd be
I'll
cool.
coach you.
Oh, okay.
What do I do in like a tech situation?
Well, I mean, you're just gonna have to plant a tree. I'll be like J.K. Simmons' character from Whiplash. I'll degrade you.
Again.
Not quite my tempo.
Oh yeah, you just recently watched that, didn't you?
I watched it for the first time the other night.
Oh, that movie is
that stressful?
so stressful.
I haven't seen it.
Holy crap! Especially coming from a person who's like been through music and everything, and like nothing like anywhere near that level, but like some stressful stuff, and being yelled at every once in a while. But like it just like it hits home so bad.
That movie is exceptional.
It's so good. It's really good.
You need to watch La La Land next.
Oh, okay.
Same director.
Yeah.
I really like La La Land.
I'll have to check.
I thought it was really good, Will.
Yeah. Thank you. What?
Well, you're a big advocate for La La Land.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is it the same kind of tension that Whiplash has?
No, it's
No,
like
it's a completely different-
It's a
Isn't it like a
completely
musical?
different movie, but it's
Yeah.
has the same kind of quality. That
Isn't it a whimsical musical?
it's a whimsical musical.
Whimsical.
Yeah. I don't know what that quite means, but I would agree with you on that one.
It rhymes.
As
Yay.
messed up as like the teacher is in Whiplash, like I kind of got what he was going for a little bit.
J.K.
Like-
Simmons' character.
Yeah, like I kind of understood.
Lane's like, I am as president. I'm going to abuse my
So,
staff.
yeah, are
It's
you
like,
you'd be
does.
like an authoritarian? Is that what?
Oh, I don't know. Like
A
the ending of
despot.
that movie is so awesome.
It's
like
really
the last 15 minutes are like some of the. It's like one of the best endings I think in any movie.
It's
like
it's a great movie.
yeah.
You guys should watch it.
I'm excited.
And then watch the Weird Al clip of him clipped into the Miles Teller's chair. And then have J.K. Simmons yelling at Weird Al. That's a great video.
Is this similar to the Eminem interview he did?
Kind of.
in that
Yeah.
flavor. Yeah, it's really funny. Speaking of Weird Al, did we ever talk about the Daniel Radcliffe Weird Al?
I don't think we
Picture?
did.
No.
No.
Apparently, he's playing Weird Al in a movie.
Dang.
Weird.
Ow.
The weird one.
Yeah, we needed to get Aaron Paul back as
Yeah.
the weird.
So is that movie supposed to be serious? Is it supposed to be funny? Is it a spoof? Is it like his actual story? Because it has Madonna in it. So is it going to be kind of like funny, sort of like the Funny or Die?
I don't know. It might
video?
be. I think it'd be better if it was like a based on a true story movie. Took itself seriously in a weird way.
Maybe it's just a little weird, a little wacky,
A little silly.
a little owl,
When is it supposed to come out?
a lot owl.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know if it has. I don't even know who's like directing it.
It's the guy who did the Funny or Die video.
Is it
Yeah.
really?
Yes. That's why. The gosh dang it.
You're capping.
Are we looking stuff up?
I guess.
We're seeing when the movie comes out.
When does
All
it
it was
come
real
out?
is that poster, right?
Maybe the reason we
weird.
haven't talked about it is because none of us know about it.
No, almost.
Mick's like, have we talked about it? Like, maybe we haven't because none of us know anything about the
It's
movie.
called We're the Al Yankovic Story. Explores every facet of Yankovic's life from his mediocre rise to fame with his early hits like Eat It, like Surgeon. It sounds like it's going to be like that.
I mean, I hope it's cool. Like, I like Weird Al. He's really funny.
Rainn Wilson is Dr. Demento.
See, this movie has to be like it has to be funny. I'm assuming.
Oh, it just based on the person, it's going to be funny. But I think it's like a based on true events movie.
Okay,
It can be both.
I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so.
Someone's playing Hulk Hogan.
Jonah Hill.
And where's Seth Rogen?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Dave, you said Madonna was in it?
No, there's a character. There's a character playing Madonna.
Evan Rachel Wood.
Yes.
She's hot.
So I'm saying the Madonna character was integral to the Funny or Die clip, but that
And
wasn't
Grass was
real
also
life.
green.
Like Weird
Yes, it
Al
was.
did not have a romantic fling with Madonna.
You don't know that, though.
Yeah, you don't know that.
I feel like you're making audacious claims with no
No, the audacious claim is that Weird Al and Madonna were an item.
You don't know that.
Anyway, yes, I'm excited for the movie, but I don't know much about it, unfortunately.
When is it supposed to release? I didn't even know it was
2028.
It doesn't say. It's just in production.
Okay. We can all go see it in Japan with Dave.
Yeah.
Let's go see it at 2.
That's we
The
could
2 o'clock
yeah,
showing?
we could just drop the AM PM because that's a social construct. The 2 show.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, Colby, you're smart.
Yes.
Bunch of morons.
So
That's what you think.
You know what, Dave?
You're
Dave,
clouded by the zones.
why do you have a superiority
You want to
complex?
Dave wants to exclude people. He wants to put people in zones and keep them in their own zones. He wants to isolate people.
No,
He
the
wants- he
zones
doesn't
have
want us to all do
purpose.
one
The
big-
zones
Wow.
have function.
Browning has my vote.
That's what I was going to say. Wow, Browning's
Tear down those zones.
Yeah. They're built to
Mr. Parker,
separate people.
tear down that zone.
Parker wants to build the zones. Hashtag build the zones.
No,
You want to keep these things that keep people apart. We want to tear it down.
no. The
Wanna
globe
rebuild.
keeps people apart, not time.
Whoa.
you're trying to segregate the globe by
Now
time
Dave
zone?
thinks we live on a globe. Come on.
We live on Earth,
We all know it's flat.
It's a disc. It's a disc.
held up by turtles.
With the 200-foot ice wall around all of us.
Yeah, the ice wall keeps us safe.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Is it just a coincidence that everywhere that's close to the ice wall, there are penguins? Come on.
Yeah.
They're the guardians of the ends of the earth.
Think, Dave. Think.
I bet you feel stupid now.
Yeah,
I don't have. I cannot refute Michael's. Yeah, I can't refute Michael there.
The penguin claim. It's just it holds too much evidence.
I mean, it's my ironclad. You know?
I mean, if you want to cut some of this, Dave, because of how dumb you look, and sound,
I'll
like, you can-
understand. I'll be
you can-
mad.
Like,
That
yeah,
sounds like
Dave-
you. That sounds like you to try and silence the truth.
Dave's just gonna splice things together. Like we're gonna be listening to it back, and it's gonna be like, Dave, you were right.
I am way too lazy to do any of that.
I mean, that's maybe the first true thing you've said all podcast. So.
Just dunking on Dave.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not moving to Japan. I'm moving back to Spokane.
Dave's gonna beat us up.
You won that trade. Will, so we talked about your recent video game life. What about you, Mick? Last we talked, you were gonna buy
Drop
a car.
$1,500.
You were gonna buy a car, scrap it, and then bring it up to your apartment, right?
I
You're gonna gut it.
did that.
Did that?
Mick has an inspection of his apartment. There's just a whole disassembled
A Ford F-150.
Don't look in there.
They're like, what? They're like, how'd you even do this?
That was here when I got here.
The apartment beneath you is like, why is our ceiling sinking?
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, there's oil dripping from the ceiling. So
How was it?
yeah, so did you do it?
I didn't do that. I got
really?
a steering wheel and pedals for Gran Turismo 7.
Nice.
And a
Yeah,
shifter
it's been
too,
more
right?
fun. I don't have the shifter.
Oh, you don't have a shifter yet?
No, because I don't have a clutch
What's
pedal.
the point? I'm just kidding. Wow. The clutch pedals sold separately.
Battery's not included.
Battery's not included. So wait,
How-
how is it?
Will's gonna bring a wheel and pedals to the Smash Bros. Tourney.
That's how you get remembered.
Dude, if you could whoop with a pedal and wheels in Smash Bros, it'd be amazing. That'd
Well,
be
yeah.
the coolest thing
There's
ever.
Yeah, Will's doing combos with his feet.
I mean,
I think people
Paddle
would cry.
shifters.
I
You'd
think-
only have to get to the next round to make an impression. You wouldn't even have to win the tournament. Just make it to the
People
next
would be
round.
talking about you. It'd be like
one person.
it'd be like 5 minutes later, halfway across like the convention center. They're like, "Did you hear about that freak?"
There's people gathering around. Watching.
Dude, that's your alter ego, the wheel.
That would probably be
Wil
like the last-
Dobratz.
Wheel.
the kid that you beat. That would be like the last straw.
he stops playing.
Yeah, he just quits.
I'm gonna make somebody retire.
Will's in the final round, and he's getting beat up. He's on slash stock. Will's like, time to shift the top.
Yeah. Will has Will's on nitrous.
No.
Yeah,
It does make it so that you don't have to create a lot. You can just take things that other people have done, or take like this whole persona.
Dang it!
And just, kind of adopt it to your own. So
You didn't have to use that word, Dave.
I know.
You want it.
I know.
Okay, I want to hear more about the racing.
Dave's getting revenge for Universal Time.
Dave's a certified hater of Universal Time.
Anyway, GT7 has been a lot of fun. I tried it first with
people call it as GT7.
Well, that's what Mick calls it, so no.
I'll call it Gran Turismo 7 if you want.
No, I was just asking. I was just asking if that's what the cool people call it.
I think people call it GT7. I think that's
Why wouldn't they? You say GTA.
For me, it's hard to distinguish between GT and
No,
GTA.
I honestly didn't know. I honestly didn't know. That's why I'm asking.
I play Grand Theft 7.
DDD9. Daddy's Dead 9.
Grand Theft.
DDD9.
But no, it's been a lot of fun. I tried it first with the DualSense, and it was fun, but the immersion factor you get with the wheel and the pedals is just way more.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot more fun. But the game is pretty cool. I thought it was just going to be like a standard racing game, but it really like takes you through like learning things about cars, learning the history of like automobiles, and it's just overall it's just a cooler, more in-depth experience than I was expecting.
They have like real brands of vehicles then, I'm
They have
assuming.
real brands, which
That must have been expensive.
I mean, probably, right? I mean,
Yeah. I wasn't kidding.
Persona.
What car do you use? What's your main?
Well, so you start off with
Zero Suit Samus.
Michael and Landon.
It wasn't just us.
It was just you.
Yeah, it was literally just you two.
Yeah.
Yeah, repeat one thing Will actually said about his Smash Bros. Talk, other than Zero Suit being his main.
It's in
Persona.
California.
Yeah, Persona.
It was at 2.
So they have like name brand cars in the game. My question is, what other buttons do you use? So you have the gas, you have the brake, you use the steering. What else are you clicking on the wheel to do things in the actual race itself?
So right now I'm not using anything else, but I think eventually when you get to like the more advanced racing things, is you would use it to like signal like your pit crew or whatever, or like trimming gas when because some of the races get really immersion filled with like you have to worry about your tire pressures, your tire temperature, your gas, and like it gets like really into it. But right now it's like very basic. Like I haven't even used the paddle shifters yet.
Did you go with like Logitech or Thrustmaster?
No,
or
so
something,
I went with a company called I've heard it pronounced either way, but Fanatec or Fanatic. If you really want to know, it's a direct drive, which means the motor is connected directly to the steering wheel instead of like Logitech. They have I think it's like a cog system, so it's like 2 brush motors on each side, and it's like a track in the middle. There's also belt driven, which is good, but not as good as direct drive.
Yep.
Okay, and to answer the really important question from last week, where did you buy it? Colby wants to know.
His story.
This guy.
Colby doesn't like it when people answer him. Though.
Oh my gosh, is this the wheel you got? How expensive was this?
Which one are you looking at?
I'm just looking at their website. None of them are cheap.
They make a lot of them. I got mine off eBay,
Yeah, Mick said he got his like pre-owned.
secondhand.
Oh, okay, good.
$1,800.
Like 20,000. Which one are you looking at?
Well, I'm just some of just the motors are like $600 new.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
nothing else. Like just the motor itself.
Which one?
And that's actually one of the cheaper ones. The Gran
you don't
Turismo
have to,
DD Pro Wheelbase.
You don't have to let our listeners know how much money we make on this podcast.
I got this from our Patreon money.
Thank you guys so much for making this happen.
These look
That's
like
the one I
real
have.
race wheels, though. Like
the DD Pro.
$5 Patreon.
Oh, well,
tier to
good
play
thing you
Gran
didn't
Turismo
get,
7 with Michael and his racing.
good thing you didn't buy it new, because new was $600 for just the motor.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a wheel and the pedals with it.
So can you buy a separate clutch and then plug it in?
Technically what I'm going to do is they have a thing called the load cell brake pedal, and then the brake that I have turns into the clutch. So the brake pedal that I'll get is just more realistic.
Oh. And then you'll also buy a shifter at that point, and you can plug that in too, same way.
Yeah.
Yep. Dang, that's crazy. And it all plugs in with like Ethernet, pedal, shifter.
I think so. Yeah.
This thing looks so like complicated / official. This looks really scary. I don't think I could get into this. It looks really cool though. Like the wheel itself looks awesome.
Yeah. I'll have you guys over.
Yeah,
if you
need to send some pictures so I can see.
Okay.
And then invite your actual friends over, since they can do that in person.
Yeah. You should come before you move to Japan so you can try it out.
Yeah, you should. You should.
Yeah. You should.
Do it.
Fly up here to try my wheel
Now.
Do it. Now.
Okay.
But Dave, you were saying that you would rather get into like more flight simulator stuff. They have a lot of that. I don't know if Fanatec has it, but I was looking at Logitech, and they have like a bunch of flight simulator, like space simulator stuff too.
Yeah, I'd probably be more inclined to get into flight sim stuff. I don't know if I would, and if I do, it wouldn't be for years and years.
I feel like that's how we finally lose, Dave.
Yeah, Will's worried about me becoming a weeb, but I become like an aviation
like getting
rat.
a shell of a car.
Yeah,
Dave gets like a fuselage.
Like Bree gets home from work. It's like a 12-hour day. And she's like, "You want to hang out?" And you're like, "Bree, you knew I have a flight leaving at like 9 p.m." Like,
No, just
9.
I feel like I thought you meant lose Dave as in like he's going to die. Like
like in a crash.
Like he's going to try to take over a plane. Like I got this. Don't worry.
I put 8,000 hours
pass out for some reason. He's like
Dave on his. Yeah, I better start practicing, Dave, for your flight to Japan.
I can
like step aside, loser. I have
this bird is mine.
Microsoft Flight Sim.
all within 4 weeks.
The other thing about a flight sim is Bree really is kind of like me, where I think someday we both want to get our pilot's license. So she actually would probably be really on board for getting a flight sim set up. So that's the other thing. I don't think she'd really care about a racing setup.
That would be cool. I think it'd be cool to have a pilot.
No jokes about her flying.
No.
I mean, but she's so fast.
No.
But yeah, I can't say that on there.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
What's next on the topic list, Colby?
Our flag means death.
Has anyone heard of this?
No.
It's an HBO Max show.
I thought you were talking about what you were holding in your hand.
Oh, are you? Oh, you're talking about the Taika Waititi?
Yeah. It's produced by Taika Waititi, but it's like a pirate comedy, but it's a period. So it's a period show, and it's about a real pirate, Stede Bonnet, who's known as
I've seen the
he's known as
commercials for
the
it.
gentleman pirate, and he interacted with Blackbeard and stuff. So in the show, he becomes a pirate. He gets a crew. He meets Blackbeard. Blackbeard is played by Taika Waititi, and it's very much a comedy. But it's like it's kind of like in the style of, I would say, like a New Zealand comedy, because the lead is played by Rhys Darby, who was in he's another Kiwi who was in Flight of the Conchords and stuff. I don't know if you guys seen that.
Wasn't he the werewolf?
He was also he's the werewolf in What We Do in the Shadows. But he's Brett and Jermaine's agent in Flight of the Conchords.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, I've been watching it so far. I think it's really funny. I think you guys should check it out. But it's just a pirate comedy. So on HBO Max.
Landon likes pirates.
He does.
He was a pirate. Once a pirate, always a pirate?
Yeah.
Ahoy.
I like pirate stuff. I meant to watch more of that Black Sail show too, which was a pirates one. But
was that Star?
Yeah.
But that's not a funny show. And Taika Waititi's not involved with that.
Yeah, it's more of a serious.
Dave's not going to watch it.
I'd actually wanted to see it for a long time. It's like one of those things that's kind of on a list that I might get to eventually.
I've heard the Black Sails.
Yeah.
I've heard it's really good. I mean, I've heard it gets better. Like the first season was decent, but there wasn't as much pirating.
Would you say it was mid?
It was decent. Like it's all about them going. Like it's a prequel to Treasure
Pirates of
Island.
the Caribbean?
No, it's a prequel to Treasure Island. That's the story. So the first season, there's not a ton of
Muppets?
pirating.
Gosh dang it.
That used to scare me.
Where's Gonzo? Where's Gonzo?
Muppets Treasure Island freaked me out when I was a kid.
Didn't all Muppets
Did
things
Tim
freak
Curry?
you out?
Was it Tim Curry, or was it the
so
Muppets
ironic.
that scared you?
There was this scene where they put that like black spot on one of them. The guy died, like, and that scared the crap out of me. I'm like, what? I'm like, what'd they do to this guy?
That's why Landon's scared of the dark.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, Yeah, Black Sail's good. It's a little over, like, it's a star show. There's like a little, like, it's a little over the top with like some of like the sexual content, I felt like. But I don't know. Besides that, it's decent.
Cool. Did you have anything else to add, Dave?
No, I just think you guys should check it out. I want to see if anyone else likes it or finds it funny.
Okay.
But it's like a 30-minute show. It's not long, and there's only 5 or 6 episodes or something right now. Gosh dang it. I want everyone but Colby to watch this.
Lastly,
we don't have to like we can end too. I mean, like, this is kind of just, we just haven't brought it up, but
yeah, I was actually thinking about this morning. We have not talked about
we talked about that it might happen, and then it happened.
Ukraine and Russia. We have not.
Oh shoot, we haven't.
They've been at war for about a month now, I think.
Yeah, it's been like, it's over 3 weeks now. And so far, it's actually not going well for Russia. So,
yeah,
which is a pretty big.
The
surprise.
guerrilla warfare is going dummy crazy.
I thought Russia was gonna like really do steamroll Ukraine.
I think Russia thought Russia was gonna steamroll Ukraine.
I don't mean to be insensitive with my use of language, though. No. But like the reality is like Russia was really expected, like, by a lot of people to really like come into Ukraine and take over, and
they were number 1 seed,
and they were.
I picked Ukraine.
Oh my god!
This is why we haven't talked about it.
Yeah, this is why we haven't talked about it.
This is a serious matter.
Yes.
I'm glad that Ukraine is like doing really, really well. It's frustrating because it's pointless and senseless in the first place. Like, I'm thinking of all like the Russian soldiers who were kind of sent there, who are either like buying into the propaganda or like are forced to go there even though they don't want to. Like that's like a lot of them they're young. I think of the Ukrainians who are being killed every day, but I also think of the Russian soldiers too. That's not really their fault. A lot of innocent lives are being lost, and it's really frustrating to see. And like,
it's really it's really senseless. Like, the best way to describe it is it makes no sense for the most part.
Absolutely. And like, I would say something worse, but this is a friendly family show. I'm going to say screw Putin. Screw Putin, because like he is a mass murderer pretty much. So,
well, he's a nut job.
He's a nut job. He he rigs elections, and he like just is going all like.
And this was like all orchestrated by him going into Ukraine. It's not something like that seemed, at least from what we've read in our news, is that it doesn't seem like it was pressure from other places, but it was really coming from him more than anything else.
He wants it. He wants the USSR restored to like what.
That's really what it seems like. He misses the Soviet Union, and he's trying to bring it back some way.
Which I think a lot of
about
Eastern
that doesn't
Europe,
stop with Ukraine.
No, that's what I'm saying. A lot of Eastern Europe needs to be.
Yeah, there was a lot of other countries
probably start taking defensive action. I mean, even it ends in Germany.
Yeah,
like they want up until East Berlin, if that's the case.
Yeah, and the good thing though is that like Putin doesn't currently have the power to, especially after like how this invasion is going. Putin doesn't have the power to reestablish it because of Russia's sustained military losses.
Yeah, there's kind of two big things that have happened. There was, first of all, the actual military operation of moving into Ukraine did not go at all as was planned by him, from what we can tell, because it seemed like he was trying to take the country basically as soon as he could, and he made like a push for the capital, for Kyiv, but that didn't happen, and they still don't have much of the country at all, and they've sustained a lot of losses. But also, they've kind of initially they laughed at the idea of being sanctioned by the rest of the world, but the sanctions, it seems like, actually are doing a lot and hurting their economy way more than they thought was going to happen. And so those kind of things combined are like, it's really making the entire process seem really futile.
Well, I think gas prices are going to go down here soon, right?
Well, gas prices started to go down for other reasons too, but
right. Well, the thing that I've been worried about is like how much economic pressure can we put on Russia without completely like collapsing Russia's economy and completely like kind of hurting our own, where people are going to start to get angry.
I think it'll hurt the U.S. a tiny bit. I don't think it'll hurt the U.S. a lot. That's the thing
is for people that say like, oh, I'm only like interested in how it could, like, if it's not in the interest of the U.S., then I'm not for it. Like, I think rising gas prices are a small price to pay for helping Ukraine fight this like senseless war.
Yeah.
So, and we really can't think of the U.S. like in a global
Also,
like
keeping Russia from growing their empire is also, I think, in good interest to
of the U.S.
of
as
the
well.
U.S.
Yeah.
Like in
like,
a different way.
Where's the
so.
line stop?
Yeah.
Like and like Colby said, it was like they want to Putin wants to reestablish all the way to Germany, basically. Like,
and if he gets there, I feel like
why
he's
would
gonna
he
be
stop?
yeah. Why would he stop? Like if he's so like high on just taking that over, and he's like, oh, like we have the USSR. Every empire like in history just keeps going until they fall.
Yeah.
So
I would assume, like, what do you guys think? This probably ends with someone on inside Russia taking Putin out, right? Like, high up.
That would be
I
my
don't
guess.
know, right?
Yeah. With how poorly things are going inside their own country economically due to their invasion of Ukraine, it's going to get to the point where I'm assuming, or I'm guessing, something happens that removes him from power one way or the other.
right.
That then makes it so they can try to pick themselves back up. Unfortunately, it's going to take a long time now, and it's 100% his fault.
It's not a quick recovery.
No, it won't be a quick recovery.
Not economically or even like their military.
Yeah.
I read somewhere, and I can't cite my source on this, but that in the first 3 weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, they lost somewhere between 5,000 to 6,000 soldiers. Which, to put that into perspective, our entire time in Afghanistan, I think we only lost 4,000.
And that was 20 years.
That was
not 2 weeks.
Right.
So yeah.
So
I think a lot of it too was probably like posturing. Russia trying to appear like they were more powerful than they were. Because when I heard Russia actually finally did the invasion, I was like, well, that's really unfortunate because they are going to steamroll over Ukraine and take it very quickly. Yep. And I have been exceedingly surprised how well they've been able to hold up.
I agree.
Which I think is good because I think it's unjust what is happening to Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
The best what they could do, I mean, what they're doing right now, it sounds like is kind of just holding back Russian forces. So it's not necessarily that they're pushing them back and on any type of offensive to gain any lost territory, but I mean, they still hold, I believe, all of their major cities. I mean, a lot of them have sustained a lot of damage. Mariupol. I don't know if you guys read about that, but
yeah, and the worst part is like Ukrainian civilians are also like taking huge like hits and casualties.
Yes.
Like Russians are starting to target like civilian places, and it's really, really messed up. And
there's war crimes being committed.
And like that's why I say Putin's like a mass murderer and a war criminal.
Yeah.
Like he should be treated as one, and I don't think like he does. That's all.
No, I don't think he
does.
Yeah, I don't think he deserves any type of
soft treatment just because
correct.
he's like.
You don't believe in second chances, Dave? Just kidding.
I don't think for
I
Vladimir
believe in
Putin,
consequences to actions, Landon. I believe in consequences to actions.
Yes.
No, he's gonna get killed by some Russian officials. When their economy starts tanking, even worse, and a lot of rich Russian people are losing money, then they're gonna turn on them and kill them.
Well, I feel like right now there's already a huge anti-war campaign going on in Russia after
a lot of Russians are getting arrested for it. It's really messed up.
It is really messed up. I don't think it's going to stop. I think more people are going to turn anti-war, almost similar to how Americans did during the Vietnam War when they saw the losses. I don't know. I guess we'll just.
What are you talking about? The U.S. won the Vietnam War, Colby.
Uh-oh.
I'm just kidding.
It was a draw.
Can't lose if you tactically retreat.
Nice one. Yeah. Anyway, so I keep following the news date. That's probably when I wake up, it's the first thing I check, and then when I go to bed, it's the last thing I check is Ukraine news, just because it's so crazy.
Mine's TikTok
to me. Yeah. Anyway, we will probably keep following it longer. Hopefully, this doesn't last too long. But if it does, hopefully Ukraine can hold their own against Russia, which so far they are. So
meantime, yeah. So. Cool.
The Russians are too drunk all the time off of vodka.
Have
you seen those really long table that Putin sits at?
Yes. It's
How
like
long is it?
It's like
really
comically long, like stupidly long.
Like a cartoon. Like
people have speculated it's because he didn't want to catch COVID or he didn't want to get sick or whatever.
He's
But
compensating for something.
yeah. But no, regardless of the reason, it is a comically long table.
And
and
look
the
up
other
pictures.
leader is like at the other end.
that's really funny.
Gosh.
Well, this has been the episode of March 19th or 20th, depending on if you live in Japan. Cool. So we'll be back next week.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for
everybody.
listening to Hot Keys podcast.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Shut up.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hot Keys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, CastBox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at HotKeysPodcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.